Hey guys, Gravery here. What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Marvel Contest of Champions, and today we're going to be talking about how to fight Groot, or rather how to beat Groot. Now, I know some people out there who are still doing map 3 have a little bit of difficulty with this guy, so if you're in that kind of situation, this could help. Now, what makes Groot so hard to fight? Sometimes Groot can be a little bit more offensive. And again, sometimes he can be pretty defensive. I like to fight Groot because he does a little bit of both. For me, the biggest thing, this guy, whenever he is in signature mode, which he is on the mini-boss nodes in map 3, he has the General Giant. Groot grows tired of watching his friends get hurt in combat and begins the fight with 2 passive charges. Additionally, each Fury stack gained from throwing off his gentle nature has a 58% chance to activate a charge of cruelty, increasing critical hit damage by 25%. He gets these stacks on him, and it's like pacifism, but for Groot. And whenever he goes into I am Groot mode, this guy can be extremely difficult to fight. So if you can't really handle going up against him, your best option is to have champions that can actually nullify his abilities, ones that can take down his abilities like Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, and more prominently, one that I have found is Dr. Voodoo, because in the essence of Ronan with the Venom fight in Act 4, where you need Ronan to take him on when you go head on with Venom, to prolong that stun duration, because the guy has so many buffs on him that Ronan's signature ability works against him. Dr. Voodoo works in the same essence against Groot, but only giving him damage. If you can, you'll see it from the fight footage that I show. If you time it perfectly, when Groot goes into his I am Groot mode, where he puts on all these buffs, Dr. Voodoo's L1 can actually transfer those into spirit venoms that will do tons and tons and tons of damage to Groot, which is absolutely insane. And if you guys followed my guide back in the day, or not back in the day, it's only been like a month or so ago, where we talked about how to get 2-star Doctor Strange, the package, and it also came with a 3-star Dr. Voodoo package. Most of you guys should have a 3-star Dr. Voodoo that you can take in here, and if he's fully maxed out, you shouldn't have any issues out of that Groot. I took mine up against a rank 5 level 50 of 50 Groot, and my guy is only at rank 1 level 1 of 10 as a 3-star, and he was still doing a very significant amount of damage to Groot, especially with the Groot having willpower on as well, so he kind of counteracted the spirit venoms a little bit, but it still drained the crap out of him, and that's really the biggest thing. I mean, Groot, He's got the, let's take a look. When struck by critical hits, Groot's gentle nature is put to the test. Anytime the opponent strikes with a critical hit or uses a special attack against him, with a 100% chance to gain a pacifism charge. You want this. I like to fight Groot when he's blocking. Not so much any other character. I'm not huge on fighting characters when they're blocking, because I don't want to give them stored energy that they shouldn't have. But with Groot, I want him to get to his L1 as quickly as possible and then drop that L1. So I'm okay actually doing damage to him, and you should be too, while he's in a blocking stance. Go ahead and go out on it. Do your 4 moves, back off. If he goes back into blocking, do 4 more moves, back off. Let him get to that L1. Groot's thing is, don't let him get to an L2. Do not let him get to his level 2 attack, because Special 2, Advanced Cellular Regeneration, allows up to 12% health to be recovered for over 6 seconds based on lost health. And it's unblockable, so you're going to get a little bit of damage done to you, and he's going to sit and regen, especially like 4 stars, a lot higher ranked than this guy is. He's going to be doing a ton of regen, and that's not good for you. You want to push him to that special 1 attack, and it's very easy once you get him to that special 1, once he goes into it, just to back away like 2 moves, and you're in the clear. But that's the best time to rush in on him too. As soon as you see those branches come up, start going in. Don't hold back. Just go right at him, because once those branches are up, they're not going to hit you. You can go right through them. And honestly, that's really the only problem that I see with Groot. I don't have any issues with him. Before I joined HaHa, I had been in a couple of alliances between Duped and HaHa that ran Map 3. And I honestly found Groot to be such an easy fight as a Map 3 boss that I couldn't stand it. I didn't know what the big deal was, and I didn't know what was going on. But then again, I had rank 5 champions too. So it was a lot easier for me. Whereas some of you guys out there, you don't have rank 5 4 stars going into, Alliance Quest. You have like lower level characters. And if you have 3 stars that you have to take in, I would highly recommend, if you got that Dr. Voodoo from the package deal, that you take in that Dr. Voodoo. Try to get him awakened as best as you possibly can. Let's I'm going to take a look at Dr. Voodoo real quick, just to kind of show you guys why he works so well against Groot. In the info here, has nothing to do with anything else. It's just the L1. 50% chance to envenom each of the opponent's buffs, nullifying it and applying a poison, dealing 112.5% of your attack as direct damage over 10 seconds. And Groot gets a ton of them. If you watch him when he's doing his I am Groot mode, he can come up with tons of them. I think I had over 20 envenoms on Groot at one point in time during the fight with Dr. Voodoo. Now, I'm not going to lie, I didn't beat him, but I was going up against a rank 5 level 50 of 50 that had willpower on with my rank 1 level 1 of 10. I think I did pretty stinking awesome against him though, considering that fact that, you take in a rank 1, a rank 1 3-star against a rank 5 4-star. So I don't know. Like I said, I've never had an issue fighting him. Just play a little bit different of a style of game against him. Like I said, go in on him whenever he's blocking. Get him to that L1. Push him into it. As long as you have, and when he's on the aggressive stance, just play the evasion game. Because Groot is a little bit harder. You can't parry Groot and then get a hit off without the possibility of him hitting you. His abilities allow him to shrug off stuff like that a lot quicker. Where is it here? Passive. Yeah. Unique physiology allows debuff effects to be shrugged off 50% faster than normal. So you're not going to get a really long time on those stuns. So he's really not the kind of character that you want to play in the essence of let's parry and then hit. You don't want to play the parry game with this guy. You want to play evade and go in more aggressively. Go in more aggressively when he's blocking. Go in more aggressively when he's coming at you. And don't be afraid to do that. Do not be afraid to do that. The parry game is not the only game in this game. There is so much more to it that I think we usually kind of get stuck on that we don't need to. We need to play all aspects of the game. There are some characters in the game that you can play the parry game with. There are some characters that you just can't. Some characters you have to play, well, I'm going to hit you regardless of whatever happens. I'm going to hit you even if you're blocking. And that's the best kind of advantage that you can get against a Groot whenever you're at least in map 3 on the mini boss nodes. But hopefully this will allow you guys to do a little bit better in your alliance questing. Hopefully this will do you a little bit of justice. Like I said though, if you got that 3-star Dr. Voodoo, max that sucker out if you're in map 3 and take him in as a rank 4 level 40 of 40 3-star and see how much damage you can actually do. And if you're lucky enough to pull him as a 4-star, I don't know why, if you're doing map 3 in Alliance Quest, why you wouldn't take Dr. Voodoo in. That guy is absolutely the best champion to go up against Groot, hands down, in my opinion. But alright guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like on it. If you're new to the channel, please consider leaving a sub on it. And as always guys, I'll catch you in the next episode. Later.